Before we get into today's rumor video, I just quickly want to say this. Guys, check out my Lore Explained series. It's something I recently started, which is a series where I go through the lore and history of different Pokemon characters and explain them in full. These are highly edited videos that I spend a lot of time on, and not as many people are actually watching them, so please, if you wouldn't do me the favor, please check it out. It would really mean the world to me. There'll be links to them down below, and just generally you can find them on my channel, the most recent videos. But yes, so that's what I want to just quickly promote in the beginning. Now let's get into the actual rumors of this video. So today we're going to take a look at two specific rumors that were posted not too long ago. Now one of them is a very massive one, so we're going to go through that one first, and then we have a slightly shorter one to go through in the second part. And once we've gone through both these rumors, we will at the end just do a general overview of our thoughts on it. So that's basically what we're doing in today's video. Now let's get started. So the first rumor here is coming to us from 4chan called Pokemon ED and EP, posted on Friday the 10th of July. So here's what it says. What's next? Pokemon ED and EP. After the current DLC packs, there'll be another one with two brand new episodes. They are called The City of the Scepter and The Ruins of the Throne. The first is about a huge city on a land on the clouds, and the other one is about the ancient submerged kingdom's ruins. Their main antithetic theme is sky and deep waters. Like the current DLC has a theme of hot and cold, also futuristic and ancient. Their main colors, will be orange and purple. With the new expansion, every single Pokemon is implemented into the games. Now I'm gonna go give you infos about the plot about the new features of each expansion episode. Now, the first things first here, for some reason he ends up using the Pokemon Unite logo here for this. Whenever he made this post, he included the, that logo in particular, which is kind of strange to me if I may be honest with you guys. It just seems a little bit odd that he would do that, but hey, I'm not gonna question it too much. But here's what he says though, for EDP. So the City of Scepter is a technologically advanced place that stands above the sky on a land of ground that was sent there by certain phenomena in the ancient past. Basically, the whole city is a mix of wild area and shops and structures. Here you can buy a lot of competitive stuff and even rare Pokeballs and stones. You have to unlock all the shops with Watts. This is a currency on this sky island. So I guess Watts are just back, just simple as that. You also find something similar to a battle frontier with few buildings with different kinds of challenges. You have to unlock them finishing the main plot and using Watts. Then new clothing options based on the former games, Pokemon Champions. For example, you can dress up as Blue if you're male or Cynthia if female. This is where Rose was actually born. Now that sounds intriguing. The main plot revolves around beating certain characters in an extra Pokemon League of the Sky, organized by the very old character named Wister. Wister is the Sky Pokemon League chairman, is the oldest character ever seen in the Pokemon games, except AZ, of course. When you reach the 3rd out of 4th of the game, you'll receive a Fairy-type Pokemon that has a scepter on its hand. It evolves at the end of the plot, becoming Fairy Steel. After the plot's end, you can fight one a day in this extra Pokemon League that features different gym leaders. Galarian Doduo is implemented and is pure flying type, and basically a Doduo with legs turning into wings. It evolves into Galarian Dodrio, flying fighting with a certain item you can obtain defeating the Sky Pokemon League gym leaders. So that is the beginning of the rumor here. This is the first part, and this is a pretty large one because there's even more stuff below this. The next part, the Ruins of the Throne, which is the second one, is set in a submerged land, exactly under the City of the Scepter. The whole thing has a heavy storytelling purpose and closes the long path of the Sword and Shield games. It is revealed that in the ancient times, something fell from the sky. That thing collapsed into the sea, creating a huge abyss-like cavern where a certain population resided for a long time. At the end, there is a gigantic crystallized throne structure that the ancient civilization revered as a god deity. Because the huge crash caused by the landing of the throne on the deep of the cavern, a portion of ground jumped away and ended up becoming a land of the future City of the Scepter. So basically, simple as that. That's what happened. A meteor, whatever, crashed, created weird, like another literally plane of existence, but whatever. The throne is a dreaming Pokemon, actually one of the giants and brothers of Regigigas. Pokemon name is Regilavia, which sounds weird. It is revealed that Regigigas actually created the golems, both of Hoenn and Galar, because he felt lonely and wanted to recreate its former companions. In order to reach the bottom of the ruins, all 5 of the lesser Regis are required, which would make sense why you would find them then in the Crown Tundra. Wister is revealed to be the father of Rose and a former corrupted chairman of the Galar Pokemon League. He wants to awaken the ancient throne and fulfill the prophecy of the ancient civilization about a certain chosen one able to reactivate and control Regilevia. Then he finishes off this post with the last part here. The throne is the crystallized form of the Pokemon and resembles the sundial in Anastar City, except it's colored with purple and light blue colors. Neither the protagonist nor Wister are the chosen one, so the Pokemon goes crazy when it wakes up. Regilevia is pure water type and has an ability that opposes the one of Regigigas. Basically, it's boosted in certain stats when it starts the battle, but then slowly gets debuffed every turn. Its base stats are good, but not that great. Regilevia is the true cause of the Dynamax process in the ancient times and why the dead body of the Eternatus came down onto the earth, attracted by the Pokemon itself. You fulfill an ancient destiny by a character still wonders if you were the chosen one for real or not. You can find altered forms of Entei, Raikou, and Suicune roaming into the ruins. They are not Galarian forms, but the original forms before being resurrected by Ho-Oh. That sounds actually pretty awesome. You can find only Suicune in both versions of the games, while Entei is in Shield and Raikou is in Sword. They are all normal type, but they have an ability that gives them a boost, like a stab, to their original typings. So that is that whole rumor in a nutshell. It is pretty large, if I may say so myself. It's pretty long with a lot of really intricate parts. Now, the biggest thing about this rumor has to be the fact that it's suggesting another set of like DLCs, which are highly possible to happen, right? But we have seen rumors like this, you know, before also with a bunch of information, and they end up not being true. So when you think about it, this could just be the same case once again. We could literally just be in a situation where, hey, it's just another fake rumor with just a bunch of information dumped into it, and it may not actually turn out to be real. You know, you never really know with these sort of things. It's a bit of a 50-50 gamble whenever you look at these sort of rumors. But I will just say this though, this one is intriguing to say the least. But do I want more DLC personally? Not really. But what do you guys think? Do you guys want more DLC? Is this the sort of DLC you want? Well, let me know, and let's jump to the next rumor. So the next rumor here comes to us also from 4chan. This was posted around the 9th of July, and here's what this one has to say. They first point out, the Crown Tundra, no Galarian forms, Slowking is Psychic Ghost, no new Gmax forms, and Hoenn starters are given to you like Bulbasaur and Squirtle in Isle of Armor, so in a similar manner. That's the way this one starts off. So, well, basically just telling us information we already know about the Crown Tundra. Well, we already know that we're gonna get the, the Hoenn starters. We know they're probably gonna be no new Gmax forms. We know Slowking is happening. We don't know about the typing yet, and we know there are no Galarian forms beyond, Slowking that will be added for the most part. So this really isn't telling us much new information, to be frankly honest, but let's continue and see what it says. So Diamond and Pearl remakes. Games are called Timeless Diamond and Spacial Pearl. The games will be revealed along with the release date of Pokemon Sleep and Snap around July of next year, 2021. So that's pretty interesting. So first of all, Timeless Diamond and Spacial Pearl sound like actually reasonable names, don't seem too difficult to say, so I think that sounds reasonable. As for the rest of the stuff here, the reveal of, Pokemon Sleep and Pokemon Snap around July next year, that seems pretty fairly reasonable, though Pokemon Sleep, like, who knows what's even happening with that. Then they continue here saying that within Diamond and Pearl, Megas are back and new ones are here. Some of the Megas are starters. You've got Staraptor, you got Luxray, Floatzel, Drifblim, Roserade, and others. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't think Megas are coming back. As much as I want them to come back, as much as I'm hoping they're gonna come back because, well, they said sometime in the past they're gonna do it, you can never really trust that they're gonna do it. And with Megas, it feels like they've left that kind of feature in the past, and I don't feel like they're gonna, push it forward. So that's what I'm going to say about that one. Next up though, post-game is about Giratina gaining the ability to Mega Evolve, and it's causing havoc. You and Cynthia have to go to the Distortion World and catch Giratina. All mythicals from Diamond and Pearl and Platinum are back, including Arceus. No DLC are planned, and then you continue here saying, future games release dates, Crown Tundra, late November, Diamond and Pearl remakes, November 2021, Pokemon Snap, late August 2021. Okay, fair enough, that seems pretty reasonable for next year for Pokemon Snap because it's still in development. Pokemon Sleep, early August 2021. Okay, seems a little bit odd, but fair enough. And then Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald virtual consoles. Now, I would love that, and I think it would be the good and perfect time, actually, to do that. But again, how likely is it to happen? Who actually knows? But that's basically the last thing that was mentioned here in this post, and then saying next year is a big year, wear a mask. So yeah, definitely do wear a mask when you're outside in public. But besides that though, that's basically the general gist of it for this rumor. Now let's talk a little bit more about these, just kind of generally my thoughts and opinions. So, both these rumors are pretty interesting. Now, the first one is the far more interesting one with like the third or fourth DLC, whatever you want to call it. Those are intriguing. I'm gonna be honest with you. Those definitely sound intriguing because there's a lot of information here. But again, as I mentioned earlier, this is also the problem with this rumor. Because of the amount of information being thrown at us, it is far more likely this is just somebody who sat down and decided, let me just mess with everybody and see if they would actually believe this. So it's making me less inclined to believe it. But as for the information mentioned, it sounds pretty cool, but also somewhat complicated. But then again, it does seem to connect really well with what we've talked about in terms of what's going to happen in Crown Tundra with the Reggies. But then again, that's something that everybody knows, so if you know that, you can literally just make something fake up that you can connect to that. So keep that in mind. As for the second rumor though, it's less intriguing, it's kind of basic. The information, the start of it about the Crown Tundra we already know, and about the Diamond Pearl remakes, well, I mean, who knows, we might get it next year, we might not. It's all just speculation at this point, but that's basically the general gist of it. And so that is the end of the video, guys. If you did enjoy it, then drop a like down below, make sure to subscribe, and please check out my Lore Explained series, guys. There's going to be a link down below, a link up in the iCard, there's going to be a link in the top of the comment. Just please check it out, give it some love. I really would appreciate that because, well, I mean, I just want that series to get, you know, off the road and just kind of start going because I'm really enjoying making those videos and I really want you guys to check them out. So thank you so much for watching, check out those videos, and bye-bye.